Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. By now, it is no secret that I am taking 2018 and trying to just figure things out, job-wise, life-wise, personal development-wise, just figuring out the next steps. Lots of job applications, networking, attending conferences, webinars, pretty much everything. So having filled out a good number of applications, today I wanted to share an application and story for a job that seemed just a little too good to be true. Alright, here we go. So, unemployment requires you to apply for 2 jobs a week. Fair, expected, not a big deal. I try to find ones that I'm, interested in. I don't just want to pick 2 and throw my resume at it and say, okay, bye. I try to pick ones that I think would at least be interesting or companies that I'm interested in. Regardless, 2 applications per week minimum, unemployment rules. And around the 3rd week of this cycle, I applied for a company I was interested in. We'll call it Corporate G. We're gonna call this company Corporate G. Okay. Pretty standard. I applied for an interesting position with the company. I did it through LinkedIn. Everything was good to go. It looked safe. It looked real. The company actually was real, and I applied via LinkedIn. Nothing shady yet. Fast forward 2 days later, I am at the dentist, again trying to use up that really good corporate health care that I was going to be losing in a few weeks, and I'm sitting in the dentist chair and I get a text message. A text message from the quote-unquote CEO, president of Corporate G. Not an email, not a LinkedIn message, an actual text message. So this person obviously took my phone number off of the resume I submitted via LinkedIn. I did take some screenshots that I will share with the screen as we go on with this story, but regardless, a text message over an email or a LinkedIn message was red flag number 1. He said his name was, and we'll call him Jacob, and he said he was the president of Corporate G, and he had an unlisted position open, essentially as his personal assistant to this company. And I remember being at the dentist at this time and just getting a flood of messages from this person. It was just like message after message after message. I wasn't responding. I was obviously getting my teeth cleaned, and then when I got back to my phone, I just noticed this paragraph or novel that he had written me. He's praising this great position in the new downtown office with great paid benefits. You could work from home whenever you wanted. The whole 9 yards. Kind of like the, I have the perfect job for you. Here it is. It's just for you. And then I sent him a message back asking for a written description of this amazing job. And he said that there wasn't one because the company was allowing him to choose somebody as his assistant outside of the HR process. That is red flag number 2. Recap, text messaging on a personal cell phone and telling me that a company, a big company, is gonna let him just choose his assistant that will be paid on corporate payroll. That's red flag 2. It's time for a drink. And then he asks, can we meet for an interview outside of the corporate office in the next few weeks? I don't know about any of you guys and your interview / job search situations. I've never once seen a major corporation or a high up or the highest up ask somebody to meet them off campus for a one-on-one interview. In my opinion and experience, that is a huge red flag. At this point, I am pretty skeptical, and just to see what happens, I do say yes to this future interview, knowing full well it is not going to happen. And then these text messages just stop. And then 1 hour later, I get a text and it says, what are you doing this afternoon? If you're free, I'd like to try a trial errand with you. And then he essentially explained that this assistant he was hiring would need to be great at time management and wanted to try my skills on a project. And I will read you his exact words from this message. He writes, I need you to purchase blank checks at Office Depot. My accountant will send you authorized check via email, which you'll print out on check paper and then deposit in your bank account for funds processing. Once the funds are available, you'll be making a payment on my behalf, and he gave me a bunch of companies, I'll exclude their names, and I will provide information for that. He's basically telling me, I just need your full name and your bank account information, and this great dream job is all yours. Whew! That is what a girl who is looking for a job, getting over being laid off, figuring out her next steps, that's what she needs. And at this point, it's pretty clear that this person is a fisher. If you don't know what a fisher is, it's essentially somebody who goes online and offers people jobs under false pretenses and then says, no, in order to pay you for this dream job, I need your name and your bank account information. They then take that information and they go and they take your personal money out of your bank account because you gave them your name and your bank account information, so the bank knows no better. I did inform LinkedIn about this phisher, and then I actually wrote Corporate G about the situation. I wasn't sure if they even knew that somebody was posting jobs on LinkedIn and probably other websites under their name trying to get people's bank account information. So I wrote them both, and then I did some research on this person. I researched his name and, Fisher and this and that, and apparently this gentleman has tried a bunch of different companies. I have no idea where he's actually located. I do know that I live in Columbus, Ohio, and his phone number, his area code, was very far on the West Coast. Won't say where it's from, but it is just very far away. But anyway, my good friend Google told me that this gentleman has scammed many people upwards of $10,000 because apparently some people don't know what fishers are. They get very excited about this dream job that's going to come their way, and they happily give their name and their bank account information and sometimes their social security, and then Jacob can go to the bank and write checks with your name and your number and all your information and take your money. So if you've never heard of what a fisher is, please take this very random story time and just know if somebody's asking you for any information like that, just stop. Block that person. No one got time for that. But that is my very fun story of exploring the job market. If you have any similar situations in life that you would like to share, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear them. I've heard of people talking about fishers before, but I've never actually had it happen to me. And that first text message you get, you're like, oh, maybe this person just really liked my resume and he'll send me, an actual statement of this job. So you have 1 or 2 minutes of being excited before it turns over and you're like, well, that didn't happen. Anyway, if you like these kind of videos, let me know by giving this one a thumbs up, and if you've not already done so, click that little subscription button down below. It'll update you each and every time I upload a new video on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are searching the job market, best of luck to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Desiree, get a job.